Good evening on this May 13th, and I'd like to welcome the audience at home to our 2021 Eau Claire High School Orchestra Spring Concert, the theme of which is Don't Stop Shamrockin'. First of all, I want to express what a pleasure and privilege it is for us to be gathered together here on our lovely stage in the Eau Claire High School Theater this evening. We all know the past year has brought its own set of unique challenges, tragedies, and yes, even triumphs. I think it is more important than ever to have a sense of gratitude and thankfulness for the things that are going right in our lives, as well as continue to develop the skills to deal with the challenges of life as they present themselves so that we can make all our lives more like we want them to be. I can't possibly express how grateful I am that the orchestra students before you can present the performance you are about to behold. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, we started out the school year virtually as a district. In November, we moved to hybrid, then in January, we moved back to virtual, and then in February, we moved back to hybrid. Most recently, we moved the in-person students back to school 5 days a week while still accommodating year-long virtual students in class simultaneously. As you might imagine, teaching orchestra virtually is not a piece of cake. There were the issues of getting district instruments to students that may not have their own instruments at home, intermittent internet connection issues that inevitably arose at times, and the fact that it is much easier to teach someone how to play an instrument in person rather than virtually. Also, the fact that there is an audio lag in teams did not lend itself to rehearsals as an ensemble or with everyone playing at the same time virtually. That was another challenge we overcame as we allowed for listening to each other individually and then responding more thoughtfully to each other's performances. I can say with the utmost confidence that I think the problem-solving and technological skills of both orchestra teachers and students have improved many times over as a result of overcoming these challenges to make it here on this stage tonight. I would like to take a moment and recognize each individual student by having them stand up as their name is called. They may sit down when the next student is called. Amber Spencer, first violin. Amber is a graduate of the Eau Claire class of 2020 and currently a Clemson University student in mechanical engineering. She honors her love of music by continuing to play violin in the Clemson University Symphony Orchestra and also by singing in the Clemson University Gospel Choir. Believe me, she has a beautiful voice. I'm so glad she is here this evening as we did not get to have a spring concert last year due to the pandemic. Ashley Spencer, second violin. Ashley is a senior that has been my orchestra student since the 6th grade at Hayward Gibbs Middle School, where she was an Eagle before transforming into a Shamrock, and upon graduation from Eau Claire, will be leaving us in a short while to enter the Naval Academy Preparatory School in Rhode Island. Congratulations on your acceptance to the Naval Academy Preparatory School, Ashley. We are so proud of you and know you will serve our country proudly in uniform. Malaysia Chisholm, second violin. Malaysia is an 8th grader from Alcorn Middle School and a student of Mr. Alejandro Salgado there. Mr. Salgado is also playing first violin here this evening. I'm impressed by Malaysia's dedication to playing the violin and look forward to hopefully having her as my orchestra student here at Eau Claire this fall. Thanks, Malaysia. Erica Spencer, viola. Erica is an Eau Claire High School sophomore, and like her two older sisters, Ashley and Amber, has been my student since the 6th grade at Gibbs. Erica will be playing on a Yamaha electric viola this evening. Earlier this year, we received an immense grant award of $8,771 from the Mockingbird Foundation, an organization founded by the fans of the rock band Phish. That's Fish with a PH at the beginning, not a F, by the way. Look them up if you've never heard of them. They have some great music. We used the $8,771 from the Mockingbird Foundation towards the purchase of 5 electric stringed instruments, 2 violins, 1 viola, 1 cello, and 1 upright bass. To date, we have only received the electric viola in-house, but we should receive the 4 remaining electric instruments by the end of the school year. I look forward to my non-graduating students playing on those electric instruments in upcoming performances next school year. Joseph Halunga, viola. Joseph is also an 8th grader from Alcorn Middle School and a student of Mr. Salgado. Before this experience, I most recently came across Joseph at Region Orchestra back in February. When I asked him to play with us in the high school concert, he didn't hesitate one bit. I appreciate his enthusiasm and am so glad he can join Erica in our viola section this evening. Erica Holmes, cello. Erica has been my orchestra student at Gibbs since she transferred to Gibbs last school year in the 7th grade. I'm in awe of her love of music and the attention to detail she constantly shows in her practicing and dedication to playing the cello. Erica is not only a talented cellist, but will also be attending my high school alma mater, the South Carolina Governor's School for the Arts and Humanities, at their Summer Institute for Creative Writing this summer. I love it when I have students that are multi-talented, and they never cease to amaze me. Donovan Wright II, bass. Donovan will be attending Kentucky State University this fall and majoring in music performance. He has received a $10,000 scholarship to attend Kentucky State and will play tuba in the marching band and bass guitar, as well as double bass in the jazz band there. He is a multi-instrumentalist, not only playing bass guitar and electric guitar here with us this evening, but also double bass, tuba, piano, flute, trumpet, drums, and probably some other things I'm forgetting to mention right now. He tells me he wants to play as many instruments as humanly possible. Donovan, like Amber Spencer before him, also holds the distinct honor of having made Region Orchestra every year of high school, 9th through 12th grade. Graduating seniors this year, Ashley Spencer and Donovan Wright II, will both be sorely missed as they go on to the higher learning institutions of their choosing following graduation. Don't forget about us Shamrocks and come to visit when you can. And then we also have Ziana Anderson on bass. Hey, Ziana. Ziana went to Alcorn in the 6th and half of her 7th grade year, I believe, and has been my student from Gibbs since the 7th grade. And she's now in her 9th grade year at Eau Claire High School, and I look to at least 3 more very fun years of working with Ziana. So without further ado, let's begin our spring concert. Don't Stop Shamrockin'.
Don't Stop Believin' was originally written by Steve Perry, Neil Scone, and Jonathan Cain, who were members of the 80s rock band Journey, and it is arranged for orchestra by Larry Moore. Don't Stop Believin' became one of the most popular rock anthems of all time and hit radio on October 31st, 1918. Its highest position was number 9 on the Billboard 100. However, as a testament to the staying power of a song released in 1981, it holds the honor of being the number 1 paid digital downloaded song originally recorded in the 19th century. And it has sold over 7 million digital copies since the 2000s. Just this year, Don't Stop Believin' won a Grammy Hall of Fame award. and Sorrow was composed by Percuto Mushai and arranged for orchestra by Larry Moore. This song is from the well-known anime Naruto that debuted in Japan on October 3, 2002, and ran for 220 episodes. In the anime series, Naruto, the title character, grew up parentless, and the music is used during scenes in which he discusses this painful reality. It also plays in the background as other sad scenes occasionally occur in the show. Donovan, our principal bassist playing bass guitar here this evening, would also come into the orchestra room and play the song on piano his first 3 years of high school. So Mr. Henderson figured it was only fitting to play it this evening as Donovan is graduating this spring. Sunflower was performed by Post Malone and Sway Lee and arranged for orchestra by Michael Story. Sunflower was released on October 18, 2018. It would eventually top the Billboard's Hot 100 chart, and it also stayed in the top 10 for 33 weeks. Sunflower was nominated for Record of the Year and Best Pop Duo/Group Performance at the 2020 Grammy Awards. It was also included in the soundtrack to the popular animated film Spider-Man: Into the Spider-Verse. Take Five is a cool jazz classic and was originally recorded by the Dave Burek Quartet. It was written by Paul Desmond, alto saxophonist in the Dave Burek Quartet. Take Five was on the album Time Out, which was released on September 21st, 1959, and became the first jazz instrumental album to sell over 1 million copies. Now we play Take Five in an orchestra arrangement by Bob Cerulli. Smells Like Teen Spirit was written by Kurt Cobain, Chris Novoselic, and Dave Grohl, better known as one of the most popular rock bands in the 1990s, Nirvana, and arranged for orchestra in this performance by Larry Moore. Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit was released on September 10, 1991, and the song reached #1 on Billboard's alternative chart. It also peaked at #6 on Billboard's Hot 100 chart. It was the album's Nevermind lead single, which spawned a string of subsequent hits as well. Colors of the Wind. Colors of the Wind is arranged for orchestra here by John Higgins and was sung by Judy Kuhn, a Broadway singer in Walt Disney's Pocahontas, which was released on June 10, 1995. Vanessa Williams, actress, singer, and the first African-American crowned Miss America, also sang Colors of the Wind on the version of the song released to radio and in the music video for the song as well. The song's lyrics reference Native American culture and its reverence for nature, as well as only using what is necessary to survive as a way of showing respect to one's surrounding environment. Treasure. Treasure was recorded by Bruno Mars on his second album, Unorthodox Juicebox, which was released in 2012. Treasure was the third single from this album and was first released as a single on May 10, 2013. This song became Bruno Mars' seventh top 10 hit in the United States and would peak at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100. Bruno Mars' Treasure makes the fourth orchestra arrangement by Larry Moore performed this evening. An awards ceremony and closing remarks will follow this final performance.
Excuse me, need just a little bit of water after that. All right, now we will have the awards ceremony portion of the concert. I hope you enjoyed their performance just as much as I did. Again, very proud of all these students, but we do have a few awards that we would like to give out at this moment. So the first awards we are going to give will be for those Alcorn Middle School Knights and Eau Claire High School Shamrocks that participated in the SCMEA, that's South Carolina Music Educator Association, 2021 Region Orchestra this year. So in January, they had to do an all-virtual audition. I believe that was the first time we had done virtual auditions for regions since probably the 100-year flood that we had back in 2015. I think that was when we had the horrible flood, and we did do virtual auditions that year. So this was the first time that we did virtual auditions since then. New group of students, so they probably didn't experience the virtual auditions before, but they did very well. Very proud of them for getting in. And these awards for Region Orchestra say, in recognition of your successful audition for an excellent musical contribution to the 2021 SCMEA Midlands Region Orchestra, and it has the student schools, so that's either Alcorn Middle School or Eau Claire High School, and today's date, May 13th, 2021. So Mr. Salgado, I will let you come up here and present the two awards to your students. You want to come up here? I'll put my mask on, step away.
Actually, I'm going to ask my principal, Dr. Wright, to come to the stage.
Good evening. It brings me great pleasure. Let me take my mask off. It brings me great pleasure to introduce and present these awards of excellence for our students in recognition of your successful audition for an excellent musical contribution to the 2021 SCMEA Midlands Region Orchestra. Alcorn Middle School, May 13th, 2021. Our first student, Joseph. And Miss Michelle. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Wright. And now I have an assistant principal here at Eau Claire High School, Mrs. Danielle Riley, who's going to help me give out these awards.
Hello. I didn't know I was going to do this, so just bear with me, okay? Now you know I love you all. So the first award I'm going to give out is to Donovan Wright II in recognition of your successful audition for an excellent musical contribution to the 2021 SCMEA Midlands Region Orchestra. Okay, the next award is going to go to Miss Erica Spencer in recognition of your successful audition for an excellent musical contribution to the 2021 SCMEA Midlands Region Orchestra. And last but not least, another one of my babies since her freshman year, Miss Ashley Spencer, in recognition of your successful audition for an excellent musical contribution to the 2021 SCMEA Midlands Region Orchestra.
Thank you, Mrs. Riley. That was great. The next award I would like to give out, I like to call the Shamrock String Extraordinaire Award. And I'm going to be giving this award to my two seniors this year and also a senior from last year that I did not get to give this award to because we were all at home e-learning because of the pandemic, unfortunately. So again, this is my most special award for seniors, Shamrock String Extraordinaire Award, and I have 3 of those here. I would like these 3 students to come up to the front now and stand beside me here at the podium. Amber Spencer, Ashley Spencer, and Donovan Wright II. And these awards say, thanks for your outstanding contributions to Eau Claire High School Orchestra throughout your high school career. Best wishes in all your future endeavors. Eau Claire High School, May 13th, 2021. Here you go, Amber. Sorry I didn't give it to you last year. It was a little complicated. Ashley, there you go. And Donovan, there you are. Thank you all so much. Let's give them a round of applause again, please. All right, finally, I would also like to thank Mr. Salgado, orchestra teacher at Alcorn Middle School, Alejandro Salgado, an incredibly fine violinist and an even better teacher. It's been a pleasure working with you all these years. Really appreciate all your help and sending me some great students from Alcorn, too. Dottie Hanlon, will you stand up, Dottie? And you stand up too, Mr. Salgado, thank you. Dottie Hanlon, orchestra teacher at Meadowfield, Horrell Hill, and Kaufman Road Elementaries, and a fabulous cellist. And I like to affectionately call her my district mama. Thank you, Dottie. She asked me to pay her in Hershey's bars with almonds, so I owe her a lot of those after the performance for her fabulous cello playing over there. Thank you, Dottie. Mr. Fowler, Eau Claire High School's no half-step and marching band director, rocking out on drum set back there. Thank you, Mr. Fowler. So much fun to work with you every day, and I think you'd agree with me, we are so blessed to have such a great fine arts department here. I enjoy working with you all so much. I'm very happy here. Mrs. Dorothy Hollis, please stand, Mrs. Hollis. Assisting us by, I think she'll like this, tickling the ivories on the piano this evening, so lovely. And a very sincere thank you to Mr. John Albrecht of Richland One Theater Services. Will you come out here, John? Come out, John, from backstage. There's John. So thank you to Mr. John Albrecht of Richland One Theater Services for making us sound our very best this evening. We couldn't have done it without you. Also, thank you to Andrew Skaggs and Eli Counts for recording video and taking photography this evening. I think they're off camera right now, but let's give them a round of applause too, please. All right. As they say in Looney Tunes, that's all, folks. Have a wonderful evening. Have a safe and relaxing summer. And I hope to see you all of you at home in the audience for a winter concert later this year in December. Thank you all again. Good night. And remember, don't stop shamrockin'. Thank you.